You stirred your drink, then smiled my way and said thanks sunshine, like it's okay. My heart paused mid-sip, eyes on you. You never noticed what slid through. I wondered if you meant that word, or if it just had gently stirred. But in your tone, no script, no tease, just something warm that aimed to please. You passed the sugar, touched my sleeve, as if my presence made you breathe. And in that simple coffee clink, I found a reason just to think. Some people wait for grand confessions, but I keep small, sweet indiscretions, like nicknames drop before you see they've etched their way inside of me. Now anytime the clouds roll in, I think of what you called me then, and smile despite the gray above, because you named me with your love. I never asked what made you say that word that lit my quiet day, but sunshine stayed and so did you, in ways that nicknames make things true. Two cones in hand, you chose mint chip. I picked the fudge and took a sip. We sat where benches creaked with age, while sun turned cones to melting stage. Ooh. You tried to erase the drops that fell, but laughed too hard to eat it well. I caught a blob upon your nose. You wiped it off and struck a pose. The napkins failed, the spoons did too, but none of that could ruin the view of you mid-bite, a sticky queen of summer's most delicious scene. And ooh, oh, we tossed the cones both half a mess. Shirt a drip marked happiness. You shrugged and said, let's get some more, then kiss me at the candy store. Now every time I see a swirl, a chocolate dipped or ribbon twirl, I taste that day all heat and grin, and how our love began to spin. And ooh, oh, some desserts melt faster than planned, but sweetness lives in where they land, and now still lingers bold and true, like drips that dried and stuck like glue. You took my hand and closed your eyes. No speaker hum, no stereo lights, just floor and light and two bare feet, and something soft between each beat. You hummed a line from some old song I barely knew but danced along. No rhythm but the breath we drew, and laughter swayed the silence too. We moved like notes not yet, but stories whispered barely closed. The world forgot to interrupt and let us glide unchained, uncut. Your steps were light, my timing off, but neither cared. We'd never scoff because the moment didn't need a melody to plant the seed. Ooh. Now every time I hear a tune, it echoes back that quiet room where silence played our perfect song and held us swaying all night long. Some dances need no chord or beat, or crowded street, just two unsure and quiet hearts that found a dance before the start. One straw bent, one cup to hold. You laughed and said it's getting cold. We passed it back with every sip. Our fingers touched a shy, tight grip. Yeah. You looked around and leaned in low. Said, wanna hear something I know. With that grin and cherry lips, you whispered truth between two sips. Yeah. The soda fizzed, but not as loud as what you said beneath the crowd. A phrase so small but a little light that made the noon feel like midnight. You tapped the table like a drum, then whispered, glad you didn't run. And all I said was me too, back while tracing hearts on soda cap. Yeah. Now anytime I sip something sweet, I taste that moment small and neat. Drink a word a day not planned, still echoing inside my hand. Oh yeah. Some secrets slip, some vanish fast, but yours still dances in my glass, like bubbles that don't fade or flee, the day you shared your truth with me. GPS had marked a turn, but you said let the detour burn. So we kept going down that bend where roads forget where they should end. We passed a stand of painted signs. We passed a stand of painted signs. A kid who danced to crooked lines. You sang along to static beat and tapped in rhythm with your feet. Your window down, your hand afloat like catching breeze was worth a note. Each mile became a stitched refrain of joy that never asked for gain. And I watched the trees blur past our view, but nothing felt like passing through. We stayed in moments, not in maps, like wander wrapped inside your laugh. I watched the trees blur past our view, but nothing felt like passing through. Now every shortcut feels too fast, like blinking through a dream too fast. But I still ride the road we chose that day we drove where no one goes. Some paths don't lead to anything except the song of joyous swing. And I still hear your voice because we took the long way, just because. I reached inside to grab my keys and brushed against something with ease. Your sunglasses curved at the side, forgotten where your laugh once lied. I held them up, the lens is dark, but through them saw the park, the spark, the way you squinted in the light, then wore them like you owned the sky. I thought of how you tossed them in. Just hold these while I chase the wind. smiled and zipped the bag up tight, as if it sealed a day so bright. I never called, I never texted, just kept the frames you once had rested. A piece of you too small to lose, but big enough to always choose. Gifts aren't wrapped or really planned, just found again when hearts expand. And yours were found in summer's lag, still folded in my canvas bag. Now when the sky is extra bright, I think of you and that sunlight. The day you left, but left with tag of sunglasses still in my bag. We held the frame, your arm near mine. The sunlight hit just right in time. You said, say cheese, then laughed and spun. Before the flash, you'd come undone. The picture never made it through. The film was jammed, no click, no cue. You shrugged and said, let's try once more. But somehow we just walked ashore. We saw a dog with glasses on. You bought a hat, then hummed a song. But in that day, the one I keep is that near photo, soft and deep. It's funny how the things that stay aren't posed or clear in any way, but almost Polaroid half glance of misclick hearts and fleeting chance. Keep no print, no plastic gloss, just thought of sun and gentle loss. You turning mid-laugh, wind in face, and how that moment made its place. Some frames develop in the heart, not in the flash, but where they start. And mine begins with almost proof of joy we missed but left the truth. You stared down at your folded map, turned it once, then laughed again. We're not quite where we planned to be, but in your eyes that felt like glee. You pointed left where signs were worn, past cafes, old and shutters torn. Each wrong turn sparkled like a prize, each alley held a new surprise. We found a band on broken stone, a boy who danced a dog alone. You tipped your hat like we belonged to stories that the world had run. I watched you skip where maps gave up. You held gelato like a cup of treasure found in shifting streets, and danced past every stranger's feet. Now when I'm lost or running late, I think of you and that street face. Of how you made me laugh and chase the magic in a misplaced place. Some get lost and fear the fall, but you turn wrong into a call. To live, to play, to bend each bend, and make each wrong turn never end. We passed the sign, don't walk just yet. Fresh pavement gleams, still slightly wet. You looked at me and gave a smirk, then grabbed a stick and went to work. You etched your name, then passed it. You etched your name, then passed it quick. I had in mind, though, felt quite slick. A heart between, not too defined, but still enough to leave behind. We laughed and ran before they saw those letters breaking walkway law. And though we broke a minor rule, it felt like love beneath the school. Now every time I walk that street, I search the curb with quiet feet, find the spot where names still rest in gray that held a sweet unrest. Some people buy a golden ring, or build a home, or say a thing, but we just pressed a gentle dent when we wrote names in wet cement. No storm has washed that curve away. It's faint but holding through each day. A symbol small, a soft event, but mine forever, that cement. Strummed a tune not quite in time, then glanced our way with coinless sign. You leaned and whispered in his sang my name so clear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wrote my name with summer skies and made it dance like lullabies. I laughed unsure just what to do as you clapped loud and hummed it too. Oh, 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 yeah. The crowd around just smiled and swayed while you pretended not to pay. But I could see the coin you flipped and how you grinned behind your sip. Oh. You said your name should be a song and sang along the chords all wrong. And in that offbeat charming mess, I felt my heart say quiet yes. Now when I hear a sidewalk tune, I search the chords for that one June and wonder if he sings my name in places we once lit with flame. Some songs don't hit the radio, but live where warmest breezes go. And mine began the day you claimed a street musician knew my name. Yeah, you wave the keys and claim the helm. Let me steer this plastic realm. I laughed and buckled, slightly scared, as ducks swam off with cautious stares. We zigged and zagged in circles tight. You blamed the breeze, I held on right. A splash or two soaked half my shirt, but every laugh erased the dirt. You looked so proud, hands on the wheel, like you had charted something real. I watched the ripples drift and spin, like how I felt while looking in. We stopped beneath a willow tree. The boat just rocked, just you and me. You dipped your hand into the blue and said, "This lake's my favorite view." Now anytime I see a boat, no matter big or barely float, I think of swans and wayward turns, and how your laugh still somehow burns. Some steering feels like letting go, but I just watched and let you row. And in that odd off-balance flow, you took my heart. with paddle boat. The train was full, the window fog. You yawned and stretched, your eyes still locked. Then without a word or shift, you leaned and let the silence drift. Oh, your hair fell gently down my sleeve. The rhythm matched your quiet breath. And in that hush, without a plan, I hoped this ride would never end. Each bump just rocked us side to side. Your warmth became my quiet guide. I barely moved, afraid to stir the stillness where I felt with her. I caught the gaze of someone near. They smiled like they had once been here. A nap that leaned from crush to more, a shoulder holding something more. You woke and blinked, then looked at me. I said you slept quite perfectly. Blushed and shrugged your shoulders warm. Reminds me of that fleeting past when rest became a soft reveal of how two hearts begin to feel. Ooh. Ooh. You stopped beside a crooked tree, said this right here means home to me. I laughed and asked why not that oak. You said it bends but never broke. The bark was worn, the roots exposed. It's trunk but scarred, but still it rose. You ran your hand along the grain, said beauty grows when we know pain. You climbed up where the shade was thick, called down this branch is still my pick. And though the leaves had holes and gaps, you made it seem like softer maps. I watched you sit and lean right back, like that old tree erased all lack. No other view, no mountaintop match the peace in that one spot, that one spot. Now when I pass that hill or shade, I think of what that moment made. And if I see a crooked tree, I think of you and what can be. Trees just grow without a sound, but change the ones who walk around. Like you who stopped and made me see The strength can bloom in broken trees. You looked up from your phone and sighed. The clock had ticked, the train had died. But then you smiled and shook your head. Guess we have more time instead. We sat beside a candy stand. We sat beside a candy stand. You drew a heart into the sand. I told a joke that made you wheeze, the kind that softens even breeze. It counted tiles along the floor, made bets on how long till we're bored. But boredom never showed its face, not when you're near in any place. Hey. Leaned your head against my side. I let the moment stretch so wide. No schedule pressed, no whistles blew, just time that sat and smiled with you. Now every platform, every gate feels less like rush and more like fate, because we missed one train that day and found a better ride our way. So next time plans all fall apart, I'll look to you, I'll look to you, So next time plans all fall apart, I look to you, I look to you too. So next to the pain all fall apart, I'll look to you and simply start with jokes and hearts drawn in thin air, like when we missed the train and didn't care. The sun was bright, the line was long. You weren't quite there, but felt not gone. So when I reached the counter guy, I smiled and said, make that 2 wide. I knew you liked the mango swirl with sprinkles in a tilted world. I held them both in melting sun and waited till your walk begun. You saw the cones and laughed out loud. Thought I might flake, you teased unbowed. I shrugged and said you might surprise, but hoped you'd see it in my eyes. We sat beneath the old lamppost and made our sticky fingers toast. You let a drop fall on my knee, then laughed, this counts as memory. Now every time I pass that card, I think how simple things can start, with just a cone, a guess, a wait, and something more than casual fate. Some people say that love's too big, but mine began with mango gig and cones that melted far too fast, but left a joy that seems to last.
You clapped your hands and laughed so loud, it echoed up into the clouds. The tunnel rang with tones so bright, it made the shadows feel like light. Oh, I made the shadows feel like light. You yelled my name just once or twice, it came back round with soft delight. And then you sang a random song and let the tunnel sing along. And let the tunnel sing along. You danced and twirled on concrete floors, space that echoed evermore. And though the world was out of view, I only heard the joy in you. I only heard the joy in you. We paused beneath the arching stone. You whispered low, we're not alone. A sound returned and filled the air like memories hiding everywhere. Oh, oh, now every tunnel I might cross feels like a gift I never lost. I yell your name into the wall and hear the part of us that calls. Oh, in every silent tunnel shout. Some sounds just live beyond the tone, they echo back what hearts have known. And your voice still finds me well in every silent tunnel share.
map was folded on your knee. You pointed left then laughed at me. Let's just see where this one leads. And so began our road of weeds. No signs, no guide, just gravel spins. And trees that whispered like old friends. You rolled the window, caught the breeze, while I let go of plans with ease. We passed a fence with flowers wild. A cow just watched us calm and mild. You sang a line from some old tune, and I just wished it'd stay that June. You said let's turn where it feels right. No destination, just the light that filtered through those crooked trees and held us there in softest breeze. And now every road I take alone feels planned unless it's overgrown. Part of me still steers aside to chase the turn you once let guide. Some love is built on fixed GPS, but ours was found in randomness. The best wrong turns, they still rehearse. Today we got a little lost on purpose. You spilled your tea on both our books, then raised your hands with comic looks. You said oops, like a tiny spell, and somehow made my heart beat swell. You tried to dab the soggy page with napkin laughter, touch of sage. And though the ink began to run, I only saw your sense of fun. You looked at me, both hands in air. Sorry said with zero care, but not in cold, just something free that made me glad you spilled on me. You wiped and joked, then bit your lip. The mug now left a tilted drip, and I just watched your oops again, like somehow there began to win. Now every spill that stains my shirt feels less like mess, more like a flirt. And every oops I hear somewhere recalls you smile in cafe air. Some moments snap and fall apart, but this one left a dented heart right where your laughter softly loops forever in that word, oops.
You kicked your shoes off with a grin, ran to where the surf begins. I followed slow, still laced and tied. You laughed and waved, come touch the tide. You danced in foam with bare white feet, the kind of joy that can't repeat. The sun dipped low, the breeze turned sweet, and I forgot the shoes on me. I saw you spin and catch the light. Your hair went wild in golden flight. The sea, the sand, your sudden cheer, all blurred except that you were near. You said, why wait to feel the ground? Then ran until the tide came round. And just like that I let them go and stepped into your ocean glow. Every beach, each grain I find reminds me of that wild kind time when shoes stayed back and hearts went first, and laughter washed away the worst. The waves still talk where you once ran. I hear your name in seas wide span. Though the tides have come and passed, that barefoot joy is built to last. You leaned in close to a bloom so small, whispered to it like an old friend's call. Your fingers brushed its yellow edge and paused like making some sweet pledge. You named them each with made-up names, some royal, some like circus games. I watched you kneel with such intent, like every petal paid your rent. You told the daisy, don't be shy, then giggled like the clouds nearby. And I just stood a step behind, in love with how you redefine. And do-do-do-do-do, and do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, and do-do-do-do-do. Garden bloomed, but more than that, you turned a weed to habitat. A broken stem you tied in place and smiled like it had won a race. I said, you talk like they can hear. You shrugged and said they might be near. that laugh and playful nod, I swore I saw the face of God. So now when flowers catch my view, I think of names you gave to few, and sometimes whisper back again, like you, like me, like garden friends. The sun was falling just behind. Your hair lit gold, your laugh rewind. You turned to speak but held your breath, and knowing still like time had left. I had the phone held in my hand, but couldn't press or make it land. You look too perfect, pure and true, to flatten into pixels too. We stood in silence, lights so warm, the world bowed down without a storm. And though no photo made its claim, I framed your face inside my brain. They say to snap when moments shine, but this one felt too much like mine. So I just let it fade and glow, a film that only I could know. Now every album, every slide has gaps where you and I still hide. And though no frame displays that day, it's one I never let decay. Some pictures fade, some files are gone, but this one hum still lingers on. A perfect still, a breath we take inside the photo we didn't make. You found a mug shaped like a bear, held it up with childish flair. Your eyes lit up the softest kind. I froze, then turned like I was blind. You laughed at something on the shelf, a pun that barely made itself. I nodded like I didn't hear, but held that laugh inside my ear. Whoa. Each hour we walked, you'd find a light, and things I'd never find quite right. But in your
your joy I found my place, pretending I was lost in space. Oh, your smile came easy, pure and wide, but I just watched it from the side, afraid to let it catch my eye, in case you'd see the reason why. Oh, it wasn't much, just half a glance, but made my whole day start to dance. And every laugh you gave away, I wrapped and took home anyway. Oh, I never told you what I knew, that just to watch you bright and true was more than I had hoped to feel, a joy that didn't need reveal. Oh, oh. The hill was steep, the view was wide, the sky went pink on every side. You said it's cooler than you thought. I pulled the blanket that I brought. You took it slow, then leaned right in. No words were said, no grand begin, just shoulder close and gentle sigh beneath the calm and burning sky. Heard you hum a little tune as clouds turned amber under moon. And though the night would soon arrive, that moment made my heart revive. I almost said stay close like this, but held it in, preserved the bliss. Instead I watched the colors bend and hoped this dusk would never end. Every sunset that I find, I wrap that night back in my mind with blanket warm and silence sweet, and how our shadows used to meet. You might not know what that meant then, but it keeps playing back again. A quiet hug, the dust to do, and how I shared that view with you. You found a seat near empty rails, the ocean shimmered like old tales, the ferry rocked to sway. You slid a little close my way. You pointed out the far offshore, then leaned again a bit, then more. And though he said no word at all, the space between began to fall. And da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, I felt your sleeve brush into mine, a hush that echoed down the line of waves and wind, of passing foam. But here beside you I felt home. You didn't flinch or move away. You looked ahead, the water swayed, but in that silent sea and blue, I knew I'd sail the world with you. It lasted just a 30-minute ride, but still your closeness stayed inside. And every time I cross that bay, I hope you sit like that someday. No photo took, no words were framed, but something in that fairy changed. And though the sea has many hues, that day it mostly felt like you. You reached to press the screen so fast. You said this one's old, but still a blast. The chords came in, you knew each line, and something sparkled in your spine. You sang along with half a grin, kind that pulls the silence in. And I just drove and let it roll while you filled up the stereo. You drummed your hands against your knee. The lyrics flew so casually, every beat and every chord felt closer than the road we tore. You caught me smiling, turned away, then mouthed the words like you're on stage. I didn't need to sing along, I let you pick and love the song. Now every time I hear that track, I'm driving down that roadway back, where speakers buzzed and hearts stayed light, and I was yours just for the night. We never said what songs can mean, but I recall the in-between, when silence spoke then sang along, because I let you pick the song. You turned the map upside down and laughed before you made a sound. Said, I think we passed that tree. But you were looking back at me, waist all around the same old trail. The signs were worn, the paint was pale. You traced the path with half a guess, but I just watched your happiness and won't let it flow. Yet it flown. You said we're lost, but isn't that the best part of a trail like that? And I just nodded like I knew, but truth was, I got lost in you. Yet it flown. Each misread sign, a deeper laugh. Each wrong turn felt like perfect math. And if we never made it through, I'd still be glad I went with you. Yet it flowed. Yet it flowed. Yet it flowed. Yet it flowed. We sat and guessed which road was best. You marked a route and thumped your chest. Declared adventure loves the brave. Then turned the map and couldn't save everything. Yet it flown. But I remember that bright day when nothing went the proper way. Except your eyes, they found my track. When you laughed loud and never looked back. Will you be firm? Yet it flown. Yet it flown. Whoa. Whoa. I woke up early, packed some snacks, peanut butter, apple packs. I wrote your name on every one and hid them in your bag for fun. Ooh, yeah. You never asked, but still you smiled. Said, did these fall in by a while? I shrugged and laughed. You took a bite and said they're packed just right. We sat beneath a banyan tree. You leaned back close, looked up at me. And while we chewed and chased the breeze, I hope this trip would never cease. Your lips still sweet from apricot. You said it's weird how much I brought, but every snack I placed with care was more than food. Just saying I'm there. Never guessed the reason why I packed for two beneath the sky. But when you asked for one more bite, I felt my heart just take flight. So here's to snacks and secret plans, to little gifts and borrowed hands. You never knew, but now it's true, I packed them all just for you. The train begins. You rest your head as sunlight waves. It filters soft through dusty glass and lands on you, a moving past of home. You hum a tune I almost know. Your fingers tap the window slow. I watch the world rush past your eyes and wish you'd see it from mine. The seat between us isn't far, but quiet holds the space we are. And every bump that makes you sway, I hope you'll lean my way. I won't disturb your peaceful view, but in this light you shine right through. The blur outside becomes less clear compared to you just sitting here. The stops go by, you never stir. I count the freckles through the blur and wonder if you dream of me or just the next warm city. When sunlight moves and leaves your face, it lingers long in empty space, and I still sit where you once leaned, recalling rays and quiet dreams. You laughed on side A, clear and bright, a memory wrapped in magnetite. I pressed record when you were near, just kept your words to keep you here. You read a line from some old play. I hit rewind most every day. Each syllable still sounds brand new, like hearing echoes straight from you. You never knew I taped your laugh, or how I looped it like a graph. Each giggle soft, a rising note, a lullaby your voice once wrote. Now all I own's a dusty case, with your soft voice in tiny space. I play it when the nights feel thin, and let your laugh come drifting. Some call it art or bittersweet, but I still guard that little beat. Well, once you spoke my name out loud and turned the static into sound. You've long moved on, the world's erased. The words we said, the dreams we chased. But I still keep your tape well kept, where your old voice in sleep has slept.
We set apart by just one road, and every day the space would grow. But once our paths aligned just right, our shoes almost had brushed that night. It wasn't much, a hallway past, 2 bags, 2 steps, a second fast. But I recall it clear and slow, like it's the only truth I know. You turned your head and I looked down, afraid my eyes might make me drown. We walked in separate shoes, that moment felt like morning news. I never knew the words to say, so watched you slowly walk away. But in that step, that quiet hush, our shoes had sparked a tiny rush. And anytime our paths might meet, I check the floor beneath my feet to see if fate will try again and place your step near mine just there. We never spoke, we never touched, but once our shoes aligned so much that I still walk those halls today, just for that almost step away. I wrote it slow, erased it twice, and folded thoughts in awkward lines. My heart in ink, my name unsigned, a letter shaped from years behind. Each sentence felt too loud, too clear, like speaking truths you'd never hear. I started hey and crossed it out, replaced it thrice with quiet doubt. I told you how I saw you smile, how hallway glances stayed a while, how simple laughs would always find a melody inside my mind. But then I paused and drew a star instead of stamps or going far. I sealed it shut and tucked away the letter meant for you one day. Now in a box beneath my bed, with songs I wrote and words unsaid, the letter waits in quiet dust, still sealed with hope and silent trust. If someday fate should shift our lines and place your hands in reach of mine, I'll find that page and let it show the love I meant so long ago. Blood sealed goodbye. Yeah. You wore that hoodie every day, blue sleeves rolled up in your own way. It smelled of books and summer rain, and held the silence of your name. It hung behind your chair in class, a flag of comfort none would ask. And every time you leaned your head, that hoodie framed the words you said. Once you forgot it, left it there, and I just stared. I wouldn't dare to even touch or breathe too close, but memorized each subtle ghost. Now years have passed, the clothes have changed, but that one thread remains the same. A hoodie worn by someone real, who didn't know the way I feel. Sometimes I find one just like that in stores and streets and photos flat, and wonder if you still wear blue, or gave that hoodie life brand new. Sometimes I find one just like that in stores and streets and photos flat, and wonder if you still wear blue, or gave that hoodie life brand new. They say the clothes hold scent and touch, and I believe that hoodie much. Still warms a thought from long before, of you in halls and nothing more. You sat behind one seat away and passed my books. Almost each day I'd flip a page, and there they'd be, little hearts drawn just for me. I never asked, I never said, but kept them all binder red. Like silent notes you didn't speak, but inked in corners every week. You circle words and undo, and you circle words in line. Like every joke we leave behind, I trace them back when class got slow, and hold your pencil write me more. Years later I still have that stack of math and notes and hearts in black. Each loop a crush you never named, but still my heart those loops have claimed. I never dared to pass one back, afraid you'd feel I saw the act. Part of me still hopes you knew those doodles made my world feel new. And if we meet in passing halls, I'll smile and think of pencil walls where hearts in corners told me so, more than you'd ever let me know. And if we meet in passing halls, I'll smile and think of pencil walls where hearts in corners told me so, more than you'd ever let me know.
Stood alone with headphones in the morning gray, the light was thin. I looked away then back again. You smiled like we were more than friends. The bus arrived, you climbed on first. I followed close, my thoughts rehearsed. But every line dissolved too quick, like stories lost in traffic thick. And we shared a seat but didn't talk, just stared outside the window wall. You tapped a beat with nervous thumb, and I pretended to stay numb. Now every ride feels just the same, another street, another name. But I still hope our paths align to share that glance one more time. Last more than they should. You stayed like favorite childhood. A blink, a spark, and nothing said, but still it loops inside my head. The seat is empty now most days, but I still glance in hopeful haze, remembering you, the earbud drop, the day we met, the bus stop.
up the Wi-Fi screen, expecting names like home or green. But there you were, 2 floors below. Your name a pin, I didn't know. It wasn't much, just bold and plain, but seeing you lit up my brain. Like every chat we hadn't had was typed in codes behind their tree. I named my house by something sweet, just in case you'd scan the street. Hello from 401 blinked in blue, hoping you guessed that it was you. I Google ways to send a sign without a text or crossing line, but in that list of Wi-Fi names, you said more than your profile claims. Time I scan again, I hope your signal's still within a wireless wave that crossed my wall. You named the simplest kind of call, and though we never said a word, your presence there just seen, not heard, still lights my screen like love might drift through signal bars and silent gifts. There's one Polaroid stuck behind a poster aged and slightly lined. You smile, unaware I snap. A moment so forever wrapped. You leaned on walls outside the gym. The light was dull, the frame was dim, but still you glowed in silken hue, like memories that felt brand new. It wasn't meant to hang or share, but I still keep it hidden there, between old maps and notes from class. A tiny time I hoped would last. Ooh. Never saw the way I looked right after I that picture took, like trying hard to not reveal the 1,000 things I'd hoped you'd feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now decades pass, the walls repainted, but still that spot remains untainted. A photo lost to all but me, that held a day I hoped you'd see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're frozen there, mid-blink, mid-breath, before the world and all its depth. And I still keep that moment small, a secret Polaroid on my wall. Ooh. I cracked a line with shaky voice. Wasn't clever, wasn't choice, but you burst out with honest grin and let the whole bright day begin. It wasn't cool, it barely rhymed, the timing off, the punch declined, but still you laughed and met my eyes, and all the world felt less disguised. Yeah, who wouldn't know? Who wouldn't know? Who wouldn't know? You said I wasn't funny much, but I had that something, had that touch of goofy heart and offbeat phrase that somehow lit your rainy days. That two-bad joke a dozen ways, in cafes, parks, and matinee plays, but never once it sparked that sound, that laugh you gave, pure unbound. Some say that laughs just come and go, but you're still echoes soft and low. In every line I try to write, and punchlines meant for you each night. If I ever see you near, I'll try again with something clear, but deep inside I'll hope it's broke, just so you'll laugh at my worst joke. You left a note or maybe two, folded and dropped beside my shoe. I opened one, it said today, with hearts in cursive, looped and gray. You never signed it with a name, but I could guess and felt the flame, a scribbled heart beneath a smile that made me stop and stay a while. Oh, ooh, oh, ooh. I wrote a verse in class that day, then threw it out, afraid you'd say it wasn't meant for you at all. Though every rhyme began to fall, still I kept your notes in drawers and reread them behind closed doors. Your cursive hearts like tiny signs of something safe, unread and mine. Oh, now years
years have passed, I write with ink. But every pause makes me still think of tiny scraps with hope unscanned, still tucked in notebooks by my hand. They never taught us what to say when love just scribbles and fades away. But I still write you now and then in cursive hearts that loop again. You always sat the first seat, right? Where sun would glow the morning light. You'd ride with grace and half a smile, and vanish dreams for half a mile. I'd watch the chalkboard just for show, but steal a glance when you'd let go of one small sigh or stretch or look that broke the rules I never took. They asked us once to pair for class. I missed my chance and let it pass. You turned around, our eyes had met, but I just smiled and played regret. I sketched you once in margins white, a portrait built from thoughts I'd hide. Still have that page, still see it there. A smile, a vacant stare. Now halls have changed, the seats replaced, but I still walk with silent grace. Every room with morning light, I check the first seat on the right. Some people fade, some memories last. You live in mornings from the past, where soft light falls and pens still glide beside the first seat on the right. If my guitar could send a note, it'd DM you the lines I wrote, a solo shape to spell your name, a chord that's shy but still aflame. Father Mola, inner soul. I tune it sharp on nights you post, when filters blur the smile I know. I'd write a lick that trails your laugh and loop the part you always pass. Father Muller in a show. Your story stream, I scroll the line, but only press a hard not sign. Still fret each note that sounds like hey, but send it late and drift away. Father Muller and his show. Sometimes I play a riff so slow, like typing words I'll never show. Then silence speaks what I undo. If only strings could text it through. You like that song or so you said, but never knew it came from threads of every phrase I meant for you, disguising bridge and chorus too. So if this track should reach your screen and sound familiar in between, just know I tried in every cue to say the words I meant for you. For the morning, it is soon. We'll walk the block past 2 a.m. Your hoodie sleeves around your hands. I said a joke, you looked away and brushed the air where I had stayed. Our hands were close like side by side, but I just let the moment slide. A breath away from something more, a feeling I would not explore. I felt the weight of might have been in every second held within the space that lived between our skins, and all the things I locked within. You reached to fix your tangled sleeve. Oh, oh, to fix your tangled sleeve. I almost reached but couldn't breathe, and so I let your hand escape into the dark, our moment drape. You never knew, or maybe did, let me stay inside the grid of maybe thoughts and could have beens, of sidewalk dreams and quiet sins. Now every hand I try to hold feels not quite right, a bit too cold. 'Cause yours was there and I was close, but never brave, just almost. They played slow songs past 2 a.m. and I would write my thoughts with them. Each track a letter never sent, confessions on the radio bent. I never called, I never dared, but sometimes I thought you were there, tuning in from just one street down. Hearing the DJ spin my frown. You like the bands I never knew. I learned the chords to sing for you. I'd hum along with hope inside that you would hear and maybe write. One night they said a line is free. I froze up with the phone near me. The DJ paused, I held my breath, but let the song play on instead. Now years have passed, the station's gone, but still I tune the love long gone, and wonder if you used to hear that nameless voice that drew you near. Somewhere on tape my voice remains, a crush that hidden in another lane. So if you caught that 2 a.m. line, that voice in love, yeah, it was mine. It was mine. You played the tape from '99. My hair was bad, you laughed divine. The tracking blurred, but I could hear the way your voice erased my fear. We danced in socks across the floor. No music needed, just one door. I paused the frame where you looked back. A moment love will not retract, yeah. Oh, the tape was worn, the sound would skip, but not the way you bit your lip, or how your hands would chase the air like tracing joy that wasn't there. We played it over just for laughs, until the jokes all echo past. But deep inside each glitch and grain, I felt your name repeat again. Played it over just for laughs, until the jokes all echoed past. But deep inside each glitch and grain, I felt your name repeat again. You left that tape, moved out in spring. The case still bears a broken wing, but every month I watch that clip and fall back through that time-worn trip. Now VCRs are boxed and gone, but still your scenes play on and on. A loop of love in analog that even time can't fully fall.
La la la, la la la.
I had the chords, the hook, the rhyme. I played it back 1,000 times. Each lyric meant to break the spell, to say the things I'd never tell. I practiced every note and pen, imagined how the song would end. But when you stood outside the door, I couldn't press record no more. You smiled, I froze, the air turned thin. My fingers shook, the words caved in. I sang of stars and cloudy skies, but left your name behind my eyes. Hit you louder than the last, but still the truth was fading fast. I hoped you'd hear what I had meant, and every echo I had sent. And maybe you were listening too, but not the way I meant you to. A song so close to saying this, but every verse just went I miss. I miss my cue to tell the simple truth to you. Still one song short, one beat too late, one echo shy of changing fate. Never said you sat 2 rows in front of me, and I could barely ever see. But when you passed your homework sheet, I saw your hard notes tucked so neat. I copied some inside my book to memorize each curve and hook. A page of yours I never gave still hides beneath my poem saved. Each test you passed, each quiz you nailed. You passed a joke where I had failed, and in between the right and wrong, you marked a heart in pencil song. years have passed and notes are gone, but I still hum that quiet song. And in my journal's final line, I write your name beside a sign. So if you ever chance to read this melody I tried to see, know you wrote half this song with care, and heart notes left like hidden there. You borrow blue, I lent you black. Your notes all curved and never lacked. You left your pen on page 13, a line beneath where you'd once leaned. Still smells like berry gum. Your hand wrote hearts beside some sun. I turned the page, then turned again, but found no trace except your pen. Took it home, don't ask me why. Still beside where poems lie. One scribble says you sing off key, but smile when writing it at me. Now every time I jot a phrase, I hope it stirs your sideways gaze. And maybe once, if just by chance, you'll say you missed that borrowed pen. It's not the pen, it's what you meant. The moment synced, the time we spent. So much unsaid, but neatly penned. A crushing margin, start to end. Now every note I write or draw still bends toward that silent awe that you once wrote and left again. Your name unsigned, just your old pen.